First off, the rail industry is a completely different industry to learn, and that's been a huge education for me. And how things that happen in life, like mental health, like suicide, how that plays out in different industries is I had to learn about and respect the history behind the rail industry. Well, I'm a long-time transit both rider and advocate as well. And I always knew what it meant when there was an incident at track level or a personal injury at track level. There was some language that people used, and I knew other riders did as well. And that's what I brought here when I arrived, and I realized we had our own language as well. And when we would have a fatality on one of our lines, which unfortunately happens fairly regularly, we had a way of talking about it as well with customers. And one of the things I noticed is that many customers just had no idea why their train is stopped. And sometimes they may be stuck on that train for a few hours. And they kind of knew, but a lot of people didn't know. And so they were really mad at us for not telling them information, really just not giving them updates, not being able to say. We didn't have our own language to be able to tell them the truth. Metrolinx Ontario is our partnership with, it's for people considering suicide. It's a mental health line. It's a support line. Our crews are staffed through Bombardier. We have a contract through them, so they have a system in place. But we know, not just our crew that are driving the trains, anybody working on that train that day, our officers that have to go to the scene and investigate with the police, our station staff that are involved in it. There are a lot of people involved, even the people on my team and myself when we're communicating about it. So a lot of people feel the impact of it. There's immediate debriefing. All of our staff have to do briefing. I've even had to do it if I've been on scene. Debriefing to talk through what's happened, what you've witnessed, how you're feeling about it, and perhaps whether or not you need ongoing support from it. And some have to take more days off. They may have had more than that. This may not be the first time that this happened to them. And I can't imagine how that must be to have it happen once, let alone more than once. It is a good way to get the message out there. If I can't say it in a tweet, be honest in a tweet about what's just happened, then that's a sad reflection on society. So I am immediately honest that someone has died. I have to wait for a coroner to tell me whether or not it is a suicide or the cause of death, because as I said, TTC's it's a station and with witnesses, and it's the easier scene to perhaps to manage than ours is out in the middle of nowhere, darkness, rarely witnesses, so they have to investigate the cause. And last year we had more suicides than we had 14 that happened with GO, but we also had another 8 that shut down our rail service.